Good morning, students. Welcome to today's class. Your success and happiness lie in you. With this beautiful thought, let's begin our class. Our entire world has shrunk into a single word, Corona. This single word has changed the entire world and it is also changing itself too. Its structure is changing day by day, but it is not seen through our naked eyes. Then, how we are identifying its change in structure? Yes, we are identifying its change in structure by using microscope. Students, in this section, we are going to discuss about microscope. Microscope is an optical instrument which helps us to see tiny, that is, very small objects. This microscope is classified into two types. First one is simple microscope and second one is compound microscope. Simple microscope. Simple microscope has a convex lens of short focal length. It is held near the eye to get enlarged image of small objects. Let an object AB is placed at a point within the principal focus of the convex lens as shown in the figure, and the observer's eye is placed just behind the lens. As per this position, the convex lens produces an erect, virtual and enlarged image. The image is formed in the same side of the object and the distance equal to the least distance of distinct vision. We had already discussed the least distance of the distinct vision is 25 centimeter. Now, let's look up the uses of simple microscope. Simple microscopes are used by watch repairers and jewelers. It is also used to read small letters clearly, to observe parts of flower, insects, etc., to observe fingerprints in the field of forensic science. The next type which we are going to discuss is compound microscope. Compound microscope is also used to see the tiny objects. But this compound microscope is having better magnification power than simple microscope. Magnification power of microscope can be increased by decreasing the focal length of the lens used. Due to the constructional limitations, the focal length of the lens cannot be decreased beyond certain limit. To solve this problem, we are using two separate biconvex lenses in compound microscope. Next, construction. A compound microscope consists of two convex lenses. The lens with shorter focal length is placed near the object and is called objective lens, and the lens placed near the observer's eye is called eyepiece or eye lens. Both the lenses are fixed in a narrow tube with adjustable provision. Working. The object AB is placed at a distance slightly greater than the focal length of the objective lens. A real, inverted and magnified image is formed at the other end of the objective lens. This image behaves as the object for the eye lens. The position of the eye lens is adjusted in such way that the image A-B- falls within the principal focus of the eyepiece. This eyepiece forms a virtual, enlarged and erect image A-B- on the same side of the object. The compound microscope has 50 to 200 times more magnification power than simple microscope. Traveling microscope is one of the best instruments for measuring very small length with high degree of accuracy at the order of 0.01 millimeter. It works based on the principle of vernier caliper. Not only we can see the tiny objects, but also we can see the distant objects like stars, planets, etc. with the help of telescope. Telescope is an optical instrument to see distant objects. The first telescope was invented by Johann Lippershey in 1608. Next, Galileo made a telescope to observe distant stars. By using these telescopes, Galileo had observed the satellites of Jupiter and the rings of Saturn. Next, Kepler invented telescope in 1611, which was fundamentally similar to the astronomical telescope. Different types of telescope. According to optical property, it is classified into two groups: refracting telescope and reflecting telescope. In refracting telescope, lenses are used, whereas in reflecting telescope, parabolic mirrors are used. According to the things which are observed, astronomical and terrestrial are the two major types of telescope. First one is astronomical telescope. An astronomical telescope is used to view heavenly bodies like stars, planets, galaxies, and satellites. Terrestrial telescopes. The image in an astronomical telescope is inverted, so it is not suitable for viewing objects on the surface of the earth. Therefore, the terrestrial telescope is used. It provides an erect image. The major difference between astronomical and terrestrial telescope is erecting the final image with respect to the object. Advantages of telescopes. Elaborate view of the galaxies, planets, stars and other heavenly bodies is possible. Camera can be attached for taking photograph for the celestial objects. Telescope can be viewed even with the low intensity of light. Disadvantages. Frequent maintenance is needed. It is not easily portable one. Okay students, let's recall the topic which we had studied in this section. First, we learnt about microscope. It is an optical instrument which helps us to see tiny objects. It is classified into two types. One is simple microscope. It consists of only one lens and it is used as magnifying and reading glasses. Next one is compound microscope. It consists of two lenses. One is objective, another one is eyepiece. The next topic which we learnt is telescope. This telescope is used to see the objects at a far away distance. It is also classified into two types. One is astronomical, another one is terrestrial. Okay students, from the learned topic, let's have a small quiz. This quiz used to check your understanding capacity. The first question is, what are the two types of microscope? Yes, your answer is correct. The two types of microscopes are simple microscope and compound microscope. Next question is, what are the two types of lenses used in compound microscope? Yes, your answer is correct. The two types of lenses used is eyepiece lens and objective lens. The third question is, who invented telescope for the first time? Yes, your answer is correct. The inventor of telescope is John Lippershey in the year 1608. Okay students, with this quiz, let's wind up our class. I will meet you in another class with another new and interesting topic. Thank you students.